Welcome to today's in-depth exploration on maintaining optimal dental health naturally. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and in this podcast we'll delve into how certain foods and lifestyle practices can protect, heal, and even reverse damage in your teeth. Often overlooked, the strength and health of our teeth play a crucial role in our overall well-being. Understanding how to utilize nature's offerings to prevent decay and nurture our dental health can empower us to take control of our oral care.
Teeth are the only exposed bones in the body, and just as if a bone breaks, it'll heal, teeth can heal. Holistic Dental is a book written by Nadine Artemis. And Nadine Artemis, she presents some fascinating things. She looks pretty much at what I've looked at here, but she goes a little bit further with the teeth, which are the only exposed bone in our body, and they should not be deteriorating. And if they do have a little decay, they have the ability to heal themselves, as every other body tissue does. So why aren't they healing? Maybe they haven't been given the right times, or they have not been given the right conditions. And she calls these two superfluids. So what are your two superfluids? And these two superfluids are constantly bathing the teeth and nourishing the teeth. One is the internal. So the internal fluid would be your blood and your lymph. And remember what the lymph does, it sweeps away waste from the tissues. And remember what the blood does, it comes along with the nutrition, it comes along with the oxygen, it comes along with the water, the white blood cells. So this internal fluid is bathing from the inside. And your external fluid is your saliva. Now both the internal fluid and the external fluid, their quality is totally dependent on fresh air, sunshine, not taking anything in that will harm it, going to bed early, exercising every day, having a nourishing diet, having food that has the quality, the ingredients to build a healthy body, drinking adequate water. If you don't drink adequate water, that saliva does not have the ability to bathe, soothe, nourish and heal. And also trust in divine power. Why trust in divine power? Trust in divine power takes into consideration stress, takes into consideration the spiritual, emotional and mental aspects of disease. Stress inhibits healing. Stress, worry, anxiety interrupts with all body processes, and I think that's not a surprise to anyone. So we need to be sure that our internal and external fluids are of the top quality to allow our teeth to heal. But something else this is causing teeth to deteriorate, and that is food caught between the teeth. As one dentist said, only floss the teeth that you want to keep. And I'm going to take your minds way, way back to another lecture where I talk about the true cause of disease. And remember I talked about whenever damage happens, our own microorganisms can change into bacteria and become the cleanup team. Well, when food is caught between the teeth, it basically starts to rot. So what happens then is what causes it to rot is in that moist environment, you've got so many microbes in your mouth, they're coming along to clean it up. And as the bacteria and the yeast start to break down that food between the teeth, they give off a waste. And that waste has the ability to start eating away at the enamel on the teeth. So make sure after every meal you rinse your mouth. Rinse your mouth very well. You can rinse it with seawater. You can rinse it with a mixture of sodium bicarbonate water and floss.
As I continue, I want to emphasize the importance of understanding that our dental health is closely linked to the overall condition of our body. Just as our bones require proper nourishment and care to maintain their strength, so do our teeth. The blood and lymph, the internal superfluids, are essential in nourishing our teeth from the inside. These fluids bring vital oxygen, nutrients, and white blood cells to support the health of the tissues, including the teeth. When we eat foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals, such as leafy greens, nuts, and seeds, we are essentially feeding our internal system to maintain its ability to heal and protect. And then we have the external fluid, our saliva. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of our teeth by bathing them, neutralizing acids, and aiding in the remineralization process. But the quality of our saliva, like the blood and lymph, depends on the state of our overall health. Staying hydrated is a major factor. Without adequate water intake, saliva can't perform its vital functions. That's why I often remind people to drink plenty of pure water throughout the day. It's a simple but powerful step to ensure that your saliva can nourish and protect your teeth properly. But what can happen if we don't take care of these fluids? Well, one major issue is that food particles left in the crevices between the teeth begin to decompose. With our mouths being home to a variety of microorganisms, these little bacteria see leftover food as an invitation to feast. As they break down these food particles, they release waste products that are acidic and can erode the enamel on our teeth. This is where the importance of simple practices like rinsing your mouth after meals comes in. It's such a small habit, but it has an enormous impact on preventing decay. Rinsing with seawater or a solution of sodium bicarbonate can be particularly effective because it helps to neutralize acidity in the mouth. And let's talk about flossing. Many people underestimate the power of flossing, but I like to echo what that wise dentist said: only floss the teeth you want to keep. Flossing reaches those tight spaces where toothbrushes simply can't, dislodging food particles before they start to decay and cause problems. Flossing after every meal, and especially before bed, is a practice I encourage everyone to adopt. By doing this, you're actively preventing the conditions that allow decay to develop. Now let's touch on oil pulling, a practice that has gained popularity for good reason. Oil pulling involves swishing a tablespoon of coconut oil in your mouth for about 10 to 20 minutes. This action helps to draw out toxins, remove bacteria, and support the health of your gums and teeth. The oil works as a natural cleanser, pulling waste from the crevices between your teeth and even from under the tongue where many blood vessels are located. When you spit out the oil, you're releasing all that accumulated waste. But a word of advice: don't spit it down the sink or you might clog your plumbing. Spit it onto the grass or into a trash bin. Beyond the basics of oral hygiene, it's essential to remember that the food we eat matters. Sugary drinks and refined foods are some of the worst offenders when it comes to tooth decay. They provide a direct food source for the harmful bacteria in your mouth, encouraging them to multiply and produce more acid. This is why I advocate for a diet that includes natural, whole foods with plenty of crunch: apples, celery, carrots, and similar items. The act of chewing these foods stimulates the gums, strengthens the jaw, and naturally cleanses the teeth. You might be surprised to learn that the practice of breastfeeding can even influence dental health. Babies who are breastfed work their jaw muscles more than those who are bottle-fed, which helps the proper development of the jaw and palate. This foundation is important for the alignment of teeth and the overall strength of the mouth as they grow. The simple, natural process of breastfeeding is another example of how life's basic actions have profound impacts on our body's structure. So remember, dental health doesn't start in the mouth. It starts with how we care for our entire body. Stress management is also crucial, as stress can interfere with the body's healing processes, including oral health. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and ensuring you get enough rest are essential in supporting the body's natural ability to heal and maintain itself. Sleep isn't just for rest, it's when the body does most of its repair work, including replenishing and rebalancing fluids like blood and saliva. In conclusion, I want to leave you with this thought: healthy teeth are within reach for everyone willing to make consistent, mindful changes. They require nourishment just like every other part of your body. Choose your foods wisely, stay hydrated, And don't forget the simple but effective practices of rinsing, flossing, and oil pulling. These habits, coupled with a lifestyle that prioritizes nutrition, movement, rest, and emotional well-being, can make all the difference in the health of your teeth and, by extension, your whole body. Your teeth can heal, just like any other tissue, if you give them the right tools and environment.
Those teeth, keep them clean. Wow, won't we save a fortune not having to go to the dentist because you're keeping your teeth clean, especially before you go to sleep at night, because by morning, wow, those microorganisms have had a party in there and they've been able to have a lot of food in between those teeth, and they also have the ability to damage those the dentine that covers the teeth. So very important to rinse, very important to floss. In fact, both of these are even more important than cleaning with a toothbrush, but also oil pull. What's oil pulling? So oil pulling is using coconut oil. It's putting the oil in your mouth and it's swishing. Swish, swish. You might swish for 10, rest for 10, swish for 10 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. It's called oil pulling because it can pull waste out of the tongue, it can pull waste out of the glands under the tongue, it can pull waste out of the blood vessels under the tongue, and then you release that oil out on the grass. Don't release it down the plug hole or you'll plug up your plumbing. And take some water with you and rinse again and release that out. So and I'm speaking about dental health here because teeth are part of the bones. Well, they are bones. So the same thing applies to the teeth as applies to all the bones in your body. Teeth should not be deteriorating, and it's expensive business, dentistry, isn't it? And remember, if you have a little bit of decay, then it's important that you rinse and floss after every meal, that you oil pull maybe a couple of times a day. Just be mindful that keeping that mouth clean will prevent tooth decay and also encourage tooth healing. But the healing of the tooth comes from the superfluids, the internal blood and lymph and the external fluid. And again, their quality is totally dependent on the food you're eating, how much you're drinking, going to bed early. So all of these things. Sugar is one of the worst because you know what sugar does? It just feeds all those little microbes that are breaking down the things that are caught between your teeth. So those sugary drinks are particularly damaging to the teeth. One of the best things to eat is an apple. Your teeth and your mouth need crunchy things. So with a refined diet today, there's hardly any crunch, have you noticed? But apples require you to crunch. And when you crunch, that is strengthening the teeth, it is strengthening the jaws, it is strengthening the gums. No wonder the old saying says an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So get used to crunchy things. Every day we should have salad. So at lunchtime we always have a salad. Celery is particularly good, and carrots at crunching in the mouth. Children love raw carrots. Cucumbers, all of those crunchy foods, they're strengthening the gums, strengthening the teeth, and they are also strengthening the jaws. This explains why breastfeeding is so important for children, because for babies, because when babies breastfeed, it takes a lot of work to get the milk out of the breast, but that hard work that the baby does, it strengthens the jaw, it causes the roof of the mouth to form properly with that tongue pressing against it, and it gets that jaw ready for the teeth to come through. So when you look after your bones, you are also looking after your teeth.
Teeth are remarkable structures, truly the only exposed bones in our bodies. Just as a broken bone can mend, your teeth have the potential to heal when given the right conditions. I often reference the work of Nadine Artemis, who delves deeper into this concept in her book on holistic dental care. She emphasizes, as I do, that teeth should not be deteriorating in a healthy body. They possess the innate ability to regenerate and repair, just like any other tissue. So why do we find they don't always heal? The answer often lies in whether or not the teeth are supported by what I like to call the two superfluids. These superfluids, one internal and one external, are constantly nourishing our teeth. The internal superfluid is composed of blood and lymph, sweeping away waste and delivering vital nutrients, oxygen and white blood cells to support the health of the teeth. The external superfluid, saliva, bathes the teeth from the outside, aiding in the natural remineralization process. But here's the key: both fluids depend entirely on our lifestyle habits. Good nutrition, fresh air, adequate sleep and regular exercise are non-negotiable when it comes to maintaining their quality. And of course, hydration is paramount. Without enough water, saliva cannot effectively protect or heal the teeth. Now, let's touch on how trust and a positive mindset contribute to dental health. It might seem unrelated, but stress management is vital. Stress can disrupt every function in the body, including those that impact oral health. Worry, anxiety, and constant tension interfere with healing processes, so it's important to address emotional and spiritual well-being as part of holistic care. Another critical factor to consider is the debris caught between teeth. Left unchecked, food particles begin to break down and decay, attracting a range of microorganisms eager to clean up the waste. But this cleanup process results in acidic byproducts that can erode the enamel. This is why I always advise rinsing your mouth after meals, even with something as simple as seawater or a mixture of sodium bicarbonate and water. This practice, along with regular flossing, helps remove food particles before they become an issue. And while we're on the topic of maintenance, let's not overlook the power of oil pulling. This ancient practice involves swishing coconut oil in your mouth for 10 to 20 minutes to draw out toxins and support overall oral hygiene. The action of oil pulling helps cleanse under the tongue and the blood vessels located there, contributing to better gum health and cleaner teeth. It's essential to dispose of the oil in the trash or on grass, not down the drain, to avoid plumbing issues. Dentistry is an expensive affair, and it can be avoided by taking these preventive measures seriously. Teeth are meant to last a lifetime without deterioration. Brushing is important, of course, but it's not enough on its own. Flossing and oil pulling provide that extra defense against decay and aid the healing process. Remember, healing starts from within, with the blood and lymph nourishing from the inside and the saliva providing external protection. The strength and quality of these fluids are influenced by what we eat, drink, and how we live. One of the biggest threats to dental health? Sugar. Sugar fuels the bacteria that break down food particles trapped between your teeth. These bacteria produce acidic waste that can erode enamel, making sugary drinks particularly harmful. In contrast, foods that require chewing, like apples and raw vegetables, strengthen the teeth, gums, and jaw. This crunchiness stimulates the gums and helps clean the teeth naturally. An old saying holds true: an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I say it also helps keep the dentist away. Make a habit of including raw, crunchy foods in your daily diet. At lunch, a salad with celery, carrots, and cucumbers provides that essential crunch and contributes to oral health. For children, crunchy snacks like raw carrots not only strengthen their teeth, but also their jaws and gums. The same principle applies to babies. Breastfeeding requires a baby to work their jaw muscles, promoting proper jaw development and preparing the mouth for incoming teeth. In summary, when we care for our bones, we care for our teeth. Keeping the mouth clean, maintaining hydration, and nurturing both internal and external superfluids with a nutritious diet, exercise, and rest are the keys. Incorporate these habits and practices to protect your dental health, prevent decay, and even encourage natural healing. Trust in the body's ability to regenerate when given the right support. It's a powerful, often underestimated part of holistic health. In closing, it's essential to realise that maintaining healthy teeth goes beyond just brushing or flossing. It's about supporting your body with the right conditions to encourage natural healing. Lifestyle factors such as a diet rich in whole, crunchy foods like apples and carrots, and practices like oil pulling can make a substantial difference. Don't forget to keep hydrated, reduce stress, and prioritise sleep, as these are pivotal in maintaining the quality of your body's superfluids. Our journey to dental health is holistic, emphasising prevention and natural support. I hope this discussion has inspired you to integrate these practices into your daily life, empowering you to keep your smile strong, resilient, and naturally radiant.